What are the 5 things you should tell your son each day? What are the 5 things that every father should tell his son each day? My name is Ramon Weatherall. I'm the host of the Raising Karter podcast, the podcast dedicated to fathers with sons who want to be awesome at the best job they have. That's being a father. Number 1, you should tell your son each day that you love him. Now, I was blessed with a son, Karter, that tells me he loves me 100 times a day. But that's a good thing because I'm not good at saying that. I'm not good at saying that. I'm going to be honest. And a lot of you are probably good at saying it, but you need to say it. You need to tell your son that you love him because you do, don't you? So you should tell him that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. So when he gets older, you don't have to text it to him. You can just tell him, hey, son, I love you. He'll say, Dad, you know I love you. It's nothing wrong with it. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling because that's the way you feel. So you should be able to say it. Number 2, if you suck at telling your son you love him, tell him you're proud of him. You don't know how many grown men will give anything for their dad to tell them that he's proud of them. So if you're not good at telling your son that you love him, what you need to get better at, there's no excuse for it. You have to tell him that you're proud of him. And don't be like one of these old school dads, well, he knows I am. No, he don't know you are. He doesn't know you are. And even if you think he knows you do, that you love him and that you're proud of him, tell him anyway. Tell him anyway, because he needs that. He needs to hear that. So stop bitching out, being a wimp, caring about your own feelings, and tell your son that you're proud of him. Number 3, tell your son that he can come to talk to you. He can come to talk to you about issues he's having, the way he's feeling, what's going on in his life. Make it an open door policy so he can come and talk to you. And you can see where his head is at. And if he's going down the wrong road, you can tell him, been there, done that. You don't want to do that. But you don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to act like you never made mistakes. And then you don't want to turn the conversation all about you, your past and what you did. And no, man, he can come and talk to you about things that's going on with him. Whatever it is, girls, school, friends, social media, being a man. Tell your son from kindergarten, as soon as you guys can communicate, that you can come and talk to me. Number 4, tell your son that he has what it takes to be great. That he has everything in him right now. If he just puts his mind to it and he works hard enough, that he can be great. Because if you don't, who the hell else is? It's our job as fathers to help our sons find their purpose. It's not just to go to work and to provide and to discipline. The number 1 job is for you to help him find his purpose. And when he does, or before he does, you got to let him know that he's got what it takes to be great. He's got what it takes to succeed. It's not a competition. A father is just that. He wants his son to go farther than him. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm this great mechanic or machinist or work. You could never do that. But it's probably something you can do pretty good, but never not as good as me. No, you can be great. You can be better than me. And that's what I want for you. And that's what you should be telling your son every day. That he's got what it takes to be great. Number 5, and a very, very important one. Tell your son every day that it's okay to make mistakes. And when you say it, mean it. That goes for me. And I'm giving you this advice too. Tell him that it's okay to make mistakes. That he doesn't have to have everything figured out. Just because he makes mistakes, that doesn't mean he's going to be a failure. Life's a marathon. It's okay to make mistakes. But you have to understand some mistakes you cannot come back from. A lot of people try to say everybody deserves a second chance, but is the world going to give you a second chance? So it's okay to make mistakes, but you have to understand and be able to control yourself enough to understand that you can make a mistake that's so bad that you're going to have to pay a large price for. Mistakes come with consequences. Life comes with consequence. There's a cause and effect to things. You have to let your son know that there is a cause and effect to his mistakes. So those are the 5 things that every father should tell his son every day. If you like this episode, if it brought you any value, please tell other people about the Raising Karter podcast. It's a podcast for fathers with sons. My son, Karter, is the star of the show. I have other guests talking about issues that relate to fathers and to men. And if that's something that you're interested in, this is the podcast for you. And if it's not, find another one. And I'm out of here. Peace.